So this is the main structure we're going to use in today's presentation, and it's basically what we call the game of marketing. And it starts, as I said, by looking at a stranger and turning him through a series of steps into a paying client. To do that, there are two main phases that you need to accomplish. The first phase is the marketing process. And this is the process that I figured out the hard way when I first set up my business. The second process that we're going to look at is the selling process. The main focus of this seminar is really about the marketing process. Within those two processes, there are four main different types of, let's say, ways of moving the client or the stranger to becoming a paying client. And we're going to go through each one of those four stages. Once you have them as a paying client and you've got a check in your hand and a signed contract, basically you are then charged with delivering a fantastic service, and that will generate you more referrals. So that's essentially the roadmap. So the first stage, I'll just move back. The first stage, which is stage one, is basically the objective of this stage is to get the attention and interest of the client or of the prospect. And how you do that, or what the telling signs of that are, is, can you give me an example? Basically, if they ask that, can you give me an example? Can you tell me more? So you know you're on this base when they start talking to you like that. When you move forward in the game of marketing, the prospect is then ready to start working with you. He's ready to explore, okay, can you, let's meet to talk about a specific project, or they start asking you more questions, and you'll see some more telling signs, and we'll talk about those as we go along in this presentation. The third stage, getting to the fourth, is about getting the prospect to buy your services or to be ready to buy your services and lining up all of the different tactics that you can use to get them to buy your services. And you'll know this because you'll have a meeting and you'll have conceptual agreement, you'll have a really good discussion on what are the issues that you're going to solve and what are the outcomes that you're going to provide. The final stage is when the client is basically ready to start working with you. You have a check in your hand, it's cleared the bank, and you have a signed contract, basically. So those are the four main stages that we're going to explore in greater detail today, and that's the roadmap that takes you from stranger to paying client.